Hi!
Hi!
We are live
It's not working
on
on
YouTube.
Instagram. Let's try
Apparently
again.
not on Instagram, but we're live on YouTube.
Occasionally
so,
it just doesn't work.
Hello! Happy Wednesday to you.
Hi!
Welcome to Safe Space Live.
Happy Wednesday! Is
It
Happy
is
Wednesday a thing? Or have you just
Happy
made
Wednesday.
it a thing?
Well, it's kind of just a nice thing to say on Wednesday,
Yeah,
isn't it? You're just like, oh, it's
true.
Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
There
Happy
you go.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
How
happy
is your week
Wednesday.
going so far?
How's my week going so
Well,
far?
I'm asking
pretty
them,
good,
but you
thanks.
Can, you
yeah.
can say as well. Hi
Yeah.
Tegan, how are you? It's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Let us know how you are, Tegan. How's life? How's things?
How is
all that.
things? How are
You know.
you? How is everything?
All those kind of questions.
Today is Wednesday.
It is.
It is the middle of the week. It is
That's true.
hump day for all the camels out there.
yeah.
Way. Although today's theme animal is not camels
Theme
at
animal.
all. It is of course caterpillars.
Oh yeah. Oh dear.
The many
Oh
caterpillars.
dear, oh dear.
Yes.
Tigger says, good, my arm is dead. How are you? Why is your arm dead? Are you leaning on it? Or
Good, your arm
Or
is dead. How
something.
are you? I'm alright, yeah.
yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah.
Bit tired. I was teaching primary school this morning, which
You
is lots
were.
of fun. It is lots of fun, but it's tiring.
Is it tiring?
It's
teaching primary
tiring
school?
because I've not done it for a bit because I've not been allowed because we've not been
No.
allowed in school.
Where's
so
your out?
that was great.
What was
Oh,
talking
Tegan
so
said from my
much?
jabs.
Oh, you
That
had your
makes
jabs.
sense.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Jabby
Fair
jab
enough.
jabs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but all is well. The sun is not shining. You know,
No.
just a weather update for you because we
Yeah,
can always see out
you
our
know.
window. You see,
As you know, this is
weather's
the
not
Weather
shining.
Channel.
It is. It
According
is.
to Hettie, every week she has to give you an update on what she
No, but it was
observes
so
for weather.
lovely on Monday and Tuesday. It was so nice.
It was nice a few hours
and
ago,
then
to be honest.
meow.
I went.
That happens, doesn't it?
I nearly thought I'm going to go and have a lie down in the yard because it was.
Aw.
It felt quite nice and sunny earlier,
then-
but now it's not,
no,
is it? No.
not even.
In fact,
Not even
speaking of Monday,
Oh yeah.
what did we do on Monday, Hettie?
Well, they might get jealous.
Yeah,
They will get
so-
jealous, won't they?
We had a bit of a work day out.
We did.
For a bit of inspiration on
Yep.
obviously inspiration
Oh,
for
obviously.
YouTube videos
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. We'll
Something
call
like
it.
that, yeah.
Whether we'll ever get around to doing anything about it, who knows? Who cares?
We tried.
But we did. In fact, on Monday, go to
Alton Towers! You're getting a phone call and I'm trying to get rid of it.
I don't know.
Get rid.
You've just done.
It paused Instagram.
Oh. well,
Okay,
yes,
are we back on?
but I thought
It-
you
it-
declined it.
I declined
Press
it, but
decline,
it still
Very
came up.
strange.
Sorry.
Everybody on Instagram.
Sorry, Instagram.
But if you're watching on YouTube, you win. 'cause
You do win.
No one can make phone calls to my
Yeah.
DSLR camera.
Yeah,
Ha!
that is true.
There you
That's
go.
true. So anyway, the point was
Go on,
that
the
we went
point,
to Alton
sorry.
Towers.
We went to Alton
Woo!
Towers.
And
Oh!
it was really fun.
It was
really
very
good.
fun.
Yeah, it was
Very,
really
very
good.
fun. In fact, Hettie,
In fact, what?
speaking of fun,
Ooh, what's
it's
happening?
time for
Oh,
the host
hey!
challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, the host challenge.
What's
this
our host
week,
challenge today then,
and I've
Tabz?
just realised how low the volume is.
Oops.
Sorry, everyone. Our host challenge is to make Jenga towers,
Okay.
and we're going to compete.
We're going to compete and make Jenga towers. Okay.
Yeah. It's not just like, you know.
Does it have to be like a 3x3 Jenga tower, or do you mean as in compete to make the tallest tower?
The tallest tower.
Within
So,
a certain amount of time?
Until it falls down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. We've only got a certain amount of bricks. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
He's going to be better
Go on,
at this
then.
than me. Definitely.
You can be on that side. I
Okay.
will be on this side.
They can see me, that's good.
They can see.
Okay.
Me. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Go! Oh, I see what he's doing. Okay, I'm gonna... Tabz has got more understanding about all this than I
Yeah,
have.
but I always lose at the Jenga things because I'm just too ambitious.
Oh, I see. But now, whenever I see him doing something, I feel like, oh.
Oh, well, I win.
What did... Oh, you mean until it actually falls down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that was it. Do you want to... Let's
Try again.
We'll
Try
go
again. Right, we'll call
That
it
was a
practice.
practice.
We'll
That
call
was
it
a practice.
Okay, go. Okay. I'm going to try a different approach because it fell down last time. Try and make it a bit more sturdy, like.
I realise I'm doing it at the wrong angle from the cameras.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Oh well, never mind. You can see a height.
Okay, we're trying. This is what's going on here.
Interesting tactic, Hettie.
Well, I don't know what's better or worse, so just
We
give
might
it
have
a
to
go.
go until we run out of bricks.
I tried to grab the bricks quickly before you could get them, and then it fell down as you can see. What? But I did that kind of thing before, and mine fell down after like 3. Oh.
And there it goes!
Hi, Sam!
Hi, Sam. We were having a Jenga tower competition.
We were trying, well, we were attempting to. Well, it did
Yes.
work. It was a competition and
It did.
you won. It was more the fact that I wasn't that good at it.
No,
Sorry,
but never
everyone.
mind, hey?
I don't think they were expecting me to be, so it's fine.
Well, there you go. Okay,
All good.
so what's next?
Oh,
It is time.
Hey!
The recommended highlights of the week.
Woo!
Wow.
Good.
Our recommended highlights of the week we posted but an hour ago, or just slightly over now. We posted a post on Instagram to say, we really like this song.
Ooh.
What song? This song. Lonely. Lonely by Brightline.
It's like you're talking to yourself. That's
I know.
right. Carry on.
You weren't joining in, so I thought
Well, you're
I'd
just
talk
going
to
with it,
myself.
so I'll just let you do it.
Lonely by
Lonely.
Brightline is
Yep.
a new song.
It is new.
Lonely, lonely, lonely.
Yeah.
Something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. like
That's why I don't sing in bands.
Yeah.
But great song.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe the song, Hettie?
I would say it is helpful
Helpful.
and inspirational
Inspirational.
and real.
And real.
It's very real.
There you go. It's a very real song.
Yeah.
And so it got me thinking about the subject of loneliness.
Yeah.
Because, when we first started our Safe Space Online stuff, lots of people were checking out, lots of people curious. Now it's only just occasional people popping in to say hi. And so it can feel a bit lonely when we're talking to our
we're
cameras.
talking to ourselves.
Can't it? But we're used to each other, so
Yeah, it's true.
at least we're not just like one of us, because that could be
Yeah.
awkward. Can you imagine if you
Just
were
be
like
a speech
you
every
were
time.
just doing this on your own live and no one was watching, and like that
Yeah.
one person that drops in to see is just out of curiosity.
It's
It's
like,
oh,
boring.
awkward. I can't leave now because they
Yeah.
can see that I've joined.
Yeah,
oh.
awkward.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
loneliness, Hettie.
Yes.
Do you prefer to be alone?
Ooh.
Or would you rather be around people most of the time? We're saying most of the time, like the majority of your life. Would you like to spend it around people or alone? You're Hettie.
I'm a bit in between. I'm a bit of an
you're
in between
in-between.
person. I lean more towards spending time with people, but at the moment I'm spending a lot more time on my own, as a lot of other people are.
Yes,
But
pandemic.
because you spend a lot of time on your
Yes.
own, when it comes to meeting people, there's a bit of a, do I want to meet people because I haven't met people for ages? A lot of people are feeling a bit of anxiety around social situations.
Yes.
But in general, I would say I'm more of a people person than a hanging out with myself person. But I don't mind my own company
I
at
think
all.
I'm very skewed towards people.
You are,
I think.
you are.
I really like to be around people. What would you say the benefits are to being around people?
I think being around people, it makes, for me, it's different for different people. For me, it makes me feel a bit more energised and a bit like happier because I've seen people, I've had a chat with someone, I've been able to talk about what's going on in my life, and it's helpful for me to share things and celebrate with what other people are doing.
That's cool.
And I just like people.
What about the challenges of loneliness? The challenges of being the sort of person that likes to be around people all the time.
I think people then presume you want to be around people all the time.
Okay.
When actually, I really do quite like my own company. I quite like spending time on my own as well.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can spend too much time with other people.
Yes.
And then you're not actually focusing on yourself and what you need. When sometimes what maybe you need is a break.
Focus, actually, I would say.
Maybe you need some alone time to recharge and
I
rest.
struggle if I need to focus on something, like if I'm working really hard on something, I do need to be on my own in order to get
that's a good point.
To get that to happen.
True.
Yeah. Okay. So, question for you then on loneliness. When have you seen another person make unwise decisions because they are lonely?
Good question. I don't know about other people, but I have seen many people who have been lonely and have got into relationships with someone romantically because they've been lonely.
Yeah.
And actually it's not been the right thing, but they just really wanted a person. They wanted someone to be around. They wanted someone to give them some attention and give them some time and talk to them. And sometimes it's actually been quite unhealthy because they were not going for the right person, but someone that was giving them some attention.
Yeah. And so when you see that, you see the dangers of what's going on, don't you?
Yeah.
Why do you think for those people in their situation, they don't seem to see the dangers of that? Because another thought, I guess sometimes people can come across as very clingy and like, if you're, I found this in myself even because I'm such a people person. Yeah. I can be a bit annoying, can't I?
Can you? Yeah. I hadn't noticed. And
I'm just like, I want to spend time with you, I want to hang out with you. And other people are like, that's fine, thank you, Tabz. Like a little bit of space.
Yeah.
You freak.
And not quite like that.
No. But you kind of, But I don't realise when I'm feeling lonely that what I feel is just me trying to solve my loneliness is a burden on someone else.
Exactly, and like with the first example, I think sometimes people don't realise that it's not good for them because it is filling that gap that they were looking for.
Yes.
They were looking for someone to fill the gap of loneliness, and because they found it, they're like, oh great, this is wonderful, but not recognising the danger signs that actually sometimes that's not great.
Another thing about loneliness though, loneliness isn't just about whether you are alone or not, is it?
True.
Because you can feel loneliness when you're like in a big crowd of people.
And sometimes it's not actually to do with the actual situation. It's not because, some people, lonely for different reasons. And for some people, it's not because they're not a great person to be around. For some people, they have lots of friends, they have lots of people around them, but they feel this kind of internal loneliness of perhaps not being heard for some people, not being listened to, not being understood. And it's kind of like, there's people around me, but I still feel alone, and that does happen with people.
No one understands me, no one gets me, no one's like me even.
Yes.
So, Hettie,
yes,
we often talk about our faith because this is a safe space to explore the big issues of life and faith. And so for you, how does your faith help you when you're facing loneliness?
So as I have shared before on other things you might have seen, we did a video where I talked about bereavement, talked about loss and my loss in life, particularly about my dad when I was young. And during that process, I was really kind of wrestling with the idea of God, because I kept hearing the idea of God being my father and not really understanding what that was all about. Because people, like at school, would do the Lord's Prayer, which was Our Father. And so I'd hear that and be like, what is that all about? My dad's gone, like, I don't have him there. How can you possibly be my dad? But by going through that process in my mind of how could God be my father, I had this revelation that actually it's because he's never going to leave me alone, that he will always be there for me no matter what, that even if people come and go in my life, because we don't all have the same people in our lives all the time.
No.
Like some people might be relatively constant, whereas, I didn't know you 10 years ago.
No, you didn't.
So then...
No, believe it or not.
Then, somebody else might come and go in your life. But for me, I know that God is always constant and he's always there for me. And even if I felt lonely, I knew that I know that I can always talk to him.
Yeah.
That he will always be there for me to pray, which is basically talking to God, me to pray to, or me to read the Bible and find out more about him, or, listen to some great music, like Lonely. Listen to some great music.
By Brightline. Go listen.
To help me to see that he's there for me.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's really good. Do you, like there's great stuff like in the Bible and stuff as well about that.
Yeah.
What you were saying about God.
Yeah.
So in Isaiah, which is a book in the Old Testament, so like Jews would read that sort of as well. Isaiah was like a Jewish prophet, really like long time ago. But he said he's recorded as saying what. Like as a prophet, he spoke what God was speaking.
Yeah.
And so he said, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, 'Do not fear, I will help you.'" And so the idea of God being with us, God being there, and the idea of God kind of knowing us and understanding us when we believe in Him, when we have that gift of faith, is really powerful. Because even when you talk about the loneliness, when you're in a crowd of people. When you don't feel like anyone knows you or understands you, that kind of belief in God in that way kind of ticks those boxes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But would you say, last thing, this is maybe, I don't know, we're going too deep here, but would you ever say that you feel like God sort of forgets you or forsakes you, and like, do you always feel like God is there with you?
So I'd say. Sometimes I kind of feel like that, but I know that it's because I'm not trying to be close to him rather than he's not trying to be close to me.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's always there. Occasionally I feel like, especially when I lost my dad and I lost my stepdad, when things like that happen in life, you do have sometimes a human thinking of, has God forgotten me? Like, is he actually there? And it's by me actually communicating with him, I find out that he is there. It's like I have to actually make an effort. Does that make sense? Rather than just going, "Oh, he's there, cool."
Because in life we go through stuff where we kind of have to have things that are ingrained within us, that we know, we believe that is something that we kind of cling on to. And when you have that, even when you don't feel it, even if when you feelings come and go. But if you have something that you know for certain, that you've kind of set yourself, and you're like, I'm going to commit to believing that this about God or whatever, that actually is something that you go back to.
Yeah.
And you're I know this. Even though I don't feel it right now, I know it. And so, I love that. I love how your journey through all of that has taught you so much about loneliness.
Yes.
But also how you can cope through loneliness and stuff like that as well. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Whew. Well, we have time.
Do we? Good.
We do have time for our one last bit of fun. It is the 1 minute waffle.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so Tabz is going to waffle about a topic for 1 minute. So you can put any comments in the chat of any topics you would like Tabz to waffle about.
Me to waffle about
for a minute.
For 1 minute.
So put anything in the chat. If you don't put anything, or you don't put anything
Hettie,
that's
we'll come up with something. Probably something that's in our room.
No, I've already got one just in case. But it's
go.
not something that's like, whoa, that's crazy. It's like pretty obvious that I might say that. So yeah, pop anything in the chat you would like Tabz to waffle about for a minute.
The chat.
Pop it in the chat.
Pop it in the chat.
Where do words like that come from? We were thinking about that the other day.
Well, it's kind of one of those words that
it kind of doesn't mean what it does mean, but we use it to mean it.
A word that when it like sounds like what you say.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Like,
we were talking the other day about the phrase "like it or lump it." Do you know that phrase? Oh, like it or lump it. And we were like, but you don't usually say lump it, do you, to people? So we were trying to work that out. Anyway, your 1 minute waffle.
Yes.
Because of what we did this week, we are going to have a 1 minute waffle about theme parks.
Theme parks.
Tabz's 1 minute waffle. 3, 2, 1, go. 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute waffle about theme parks. Theme parks are great. I love theme parks. When I was younger, I used to love the experience of going to a theme park, particularly with friends, obviously. But I was a bit of a scaredy cat when it came to a lot of the rides. But one day I was like, no, I really want to enjoy these big rides. I really want to be a thrill seeker, and I'm going to conquer that fear in the theme park. And so I went on this huge space shotty kind of ride. It wasn't the Southport space shot from years ago, don't worry. That would not conquer anyone's fears other than the fear of, the fear of very small heights.
Carry on.
But it was great because I was just like, this is amazing. I love this ride. I'm gonna do every ride ever now because I just feel confident.
Woo!
And I went and became this sort of theme park. Yeah, that was worth listening to. That chat. There's some good experiences there. So. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon.
Yep.
Do remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and all of the rest of all of that stuff. Check out what we're doing, and give a listen to Brightline's new song, Lonely.
See you soon.
Fun times.
Bye.
Bye.